Welcome to part 2 of this SSF, mostly fresh start Aether Spellbreaker. Last time we got up to Necropolis, so this time we'll fight Ligorian, push through Ashes of Malmouth, and hopefully Forgotten Gods. Ideally get the Theoden weapon. Okay, we got the shrine. Next reasonable stopping point, we'll check on how we're doing on devotions. Alright, so I think, yeah, we're taking Behemoth next. Nice 300 flat health node. We get some health and percent armor fairly soon. Still rocking the 0% Fizz Res because of 1216 playtest changes. Dual Blades is armor now, not Fizz Res, but Okay, look, we're in time. You know, it's a shame. This is good. It's actually of decay is a shame, but good impervious. Never getting used outside SSF though because you have low car.
You've returned. So our great. Good, you're back. I struggle to admit. You see the Luminari have lost.
Excuse my father and I.
See what? Okay, we got gauntlets of Ignifar, so not really useful for us. Odds of getting something that's actually good for your build from Creed is pretty dismal. Alright, can wait a minute to assign some of these skill points. Kind of want to slowly go up all the way up Nightblade, and while we're doing that, get some points in Reckless Power, Maven Spear. Okay, here's the father. Wish you could click a couple of fewer times, but alright. And main stash. Perdition set stuff. We'll take Giant's Blood. Good day, welcome in, Violet.
Whatever it is you think interest, if you say what you I
Okay, 2 points. 2 points. We'll go Reckless Power. We need everything eventually, but Radigan Deceiver. That's the sigils, one of the sigil sets, right? It's been a minute. Uh, let's see. Decree of Mammoth, of course. Yeah, Vit Word of Pain. Vit RR to seal. And the Red Inquisitor seal's gotta look pretty cool. Alright, so Fire Chaos to Acid plus Vit. So this is doing Vit and Acid. Split conversion. It's never my favorite. So you've got Vit Word of Pain, Poison Vit, RR and Aura of Censure. I mean, the conversion to acid for to acid for sigils just it seems rough. Yeah, other than that, the concept seems pretty solid. I'm just wondering if you're gonna be done in by the split conversion. All right, so we're going to kill Sylvaria on our way up to Barrowhome. Yeah, you do have decent RR, but just your Vit multiplier is obviously much higher than your Acid multiplier for damage. All right, no Sylvaria there. Okay, looks like Sylvaria is going to be in the spawn location closest to Barrowhome. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, give it a shot. Let us know. Okay, this ring is actually kind of interesting. drop a portal, get the Barrowhome Rift, and come back.
Welcome, oh, cutting right. Glad you. Is there?
A blessed welcome.
Alright, so once again we don't have the quest, so we'll hopefully have to make sure we just kill enough of the pit creepers. Alright, let's see if we killed enough of the enemies.
A blessed welcome.
I am thoroughly. We've always had.
Alright, I'm pretty sure we need respected to get the Wendigo quest, so that's at least not going to happen for a while.
I don't know who you are.
You've returned. You chose the altar of Ratosh. Now that you have what you ever since the deep beneath good, you will find.
Goradia at
Alright, we'll kill Janaxia. Alright, so Reckless Power is soft capped now. That'll be good for a while. Bot has been banned.
is it? It appears you.
Alright, so we need more rep to do anything.
Have you dealt with that? So all the ethereals and.
I am relieved that my we were never.
Okay, what do we need for Haunt again? Haunted Steel, Aether Steel Bolts. Okay, Haunted Steel. I don't want to farm that stuff right now. We'll just go without a relic. And we may also just end up going back to a +1 Nightblade relic anyway. If we are able to get the Manticore Eyes. And, we should also see if we did the Ancient Grove Shrine. I don't think we have, because that's a quick devotion point. We'll do that after we come out the other side of the void. We'll take the percent health and flat armor. That is indeed a choice that people can make. You know, Stand in the Fire DPS higher actually does work when you have Mirror up.
Is that you, an unfortunate Ogren? Yes, now I see.
That sounds about right, Viley. I knew his weapon had a minimum drop level, so I figured he had to have some. You know, yeah, so that's roughly consistent. Okay, well we have 3 seals of binding now, so we could actually make the haunt. It's +1 Arcanist and gives an additional source of RR. Like that might usually I go +1 Nightblade, but for this character, +1 Arcanist might actually work a little bit better. So you have +1 Nightblade belt. Actually, you know, we have a +1 Arcanist amulet. I'm trying to think about how I want to balance the skill points. So if he's level 60, though, he can drop the level 55 weapon. He's just not dropping it. Oh, so he won't spawn if you're level 57 because the area is not high enough. Like usually, the enemy heroes will spawn in a couple levels higher than you, so I would think that 57 would have been okay. Interesting. Yeah, I think I've always just leveled with Spectral Longswords and switched at 94. But that's good to know if I decide to try farming him earlier. Though, with the season mod, they probably changed that. Because I think they had the kill him by level 25 on normal challenge. Let's actually go back and do the Ancient Grove. Evening, Susie. Welcome in. Do we see if we can get a Manticore Eye on the first level here? Should be fairly low spawn, or fairly low drop chance. The boss might have a decent chance to drop it, though. Alright, no Manticore Eye there. Let's actually see how much farming we have to do, because we really should have a relic. This is getting a little out of hand. Okay. Alright, we have 2 out of 3 Manticore Eyes we need. So, as much as there is a fair chance that this is going to end up being a bit of an exercise in futility, we are going to do a quick Pine Barrens run. So you know when you just need one of something, it's going to take forever to drop. But we'll give it a quick go. Alright, sometimes there's a totem that can spawn Manticore Elites a little bit further up. Of course, if there are any actual Elites, we can kill them on the way. Alright, none of those guys were healers, but we always want to be sure. Ah, we've got the Manticore Eye, look at that. That feels pretty good, actually. Okay, so Slaughter. We need a Guile. Double check. We should have Chains of Older on by now. Yep. And Slaughter. Alright, that's going to give us extra flat pierce, which we're converting, extra cunning, +1 to Nightblade. Alright, we're going to put some points in Mavens, and then we're going to go back to pushing the Nightblade tree. So the community runs seasons generally about once a year, sometimes a little bit more often. But lately it's been dependent on one major expand. We have an expansion coming out soon, and there've also been some big content patches. But community season is you have to have the base game and the DLC, and they add a bunch of additional super bosses, SR scaling in the different skeleton key dungeons. There's actually a new act in the game, a bunch of additional items. So yeah, the season is just something the community does that gives you a lot more gameplay options. And yeah, there's also you have the ability in theory to play the season mod offline. I haven't done that though. I think it depends on how experienced you are in the game, because there is a lot of interesting content, but if you haven't played too many builds, there's enough in vanilla to kind of keep you busy. But there's also quality of life stuff that people like in the season mod that once you're used to can be hard to go back to not having. I'd say if you've leveled less than 10 characters to 100, probably stick to vanilla. And when the season comes along, by all means, join the season. But in terms of playing it offline, that's how I do it.
Eh? The black. I don't know. So this is what's. Yeah. If you're the ethereals do.
Base game does not have the essences that let you reroll. There is going to be some reroll functionality in the expansion whenever that comes out, but right now you don't have that in the base game. Yeah, like in the base game, for instance, if I wanted different affixes, I would have to just keep farming the boss. So if that's something you really want to play with and be able to reroll, or have essence containers where you extract essences from or affixes from one item to another, that is an argument for playing the season mod. And there should be instructions on how to download that and everything. I know there is this past season, just because of how the mod works, I think it's treated like it's sort of a, instead of a custom game, it's like the main campaign. So that does make the figuring out how to work the save folders a little bit more complicated, but that's not something that should be a problem for anyone if they're motivated.
I've spoken with the outpost resistance had attempted.
There you are. What is? There you are. What is? There you
Oh my
are.
gosh, can I
What is
click the correct thing? There we go. Alright, there's one more wagon out here. Oh, the Cold Blitz Battle Mage build with the Amatok set from the season. Yeah, a lot of people enjoyed that. Wait, Warlock doesn't have Soldier, so how can that have Blitz? Oh, or maybe you're thinking Warlord. And Blitz Warlord is a classic build, but if you just want to hit Blitz and kill things, then Blitz Warlord will work just fine. It has a ton of monster and frequent support, target farmable stuff that's easy to get. And it really starts to come online around level 70. Alright, we're probably not going to have the rep to do the Black Iron docks, unfortunately, but we'll drop a portal just in case, just because. It's one of those good habits to have. Okay, we have runic bracers. It's kind of the classic when in doubt, take this for defensiveness gloves. Okay, we are getting plenty of Aether clusters.
So this is what the preliminary. Good work out there. You can be done, I believe.
Friendly, yeah, we're not. We can do the quest actually once we finish. We'll have enough rep, but not until then. Okay, so speaking of Theoden, some of you may know a little something about my history trying to farm his very particular weapon. So we are going to do a prediction. Does Theoden drop double Aether? Does Theo drop double Aether weapon? Yes. No. I'll give you guys 5 minutes for this. It's not there, but if I get of the Abyss, which has damage reduction, I'm going to consider that a useful affix for purposes of this. But I think that's pretty much the only... or I'm also would consider Tyrants to be an acceptable substitute. So yeah, just giving you guys that disclaimer that if I get like Tyrants of the Aether or Mage Storm of the Abyss, that counts.
Captain Wolf, I'm...
Yeah, we're not there yet. Did we not get the other one? Okay, yeah, I completely missed this. I got distracted talking about the prediction. One point in the dollars just for a little bit of Shadow Strike cooldown. The prediction's about to expire. Last chance if anyone wants to gamble.
I will enjoy
Theoden. Let's see. Warped of Alacrity. Let's see. Matty boy, welcome in. Alright, so no bets. I'm going to say that this counts. I probably really should have just described this as double useful, but like Warped of Alacrity is about as good as we're going to get. And this requires level 55. Yep. Okay. Incorruptible of Alacrity. It's only level 36 ring. It's not that great. Yeah. If there were points involved, I probably would have had to go the other way, but nobody actually lost anything.
Push against the. I'm talking about the black eye.
Tell me. So, can't afford to...
All right. Alright, we put 1 point in this. This is going to give us a bunch of elemental res. And, yeah, 1 point here, and 1 point for just keep pushing the mastery bar. And, yeah, we'll do Black Iron Docks. Black Iron Docks, and then we'll do Forgotten Gods. Armor rating is almost 1,000. No Fizz res still, but so we have a little bit of armor. Alright, so that's Forgotten Gods is done. Sorry, Ashes of Malmuth is done. We will go to Forgotten Gods now. Alright, we're going to take Jackal and then we will go for Revenant. So you don't get a ton of XP on normal for Forgotten Gods, but you do start getting a little bit of rep and a lot of devotion shrines. I'm not sure about those specifically, but in general, with the nerfs to Fizzres overall, Crate has been limiting the number of enemies that have Fizzres reduction as part of the balancing. Yeah, I mean, there's been a bunch of we get a chance, we can maybe see it in action at some point, but with the like I said, with the changes Crates made to Fizzres in that you have less of it, they've nerfed a number of the Fizzres reduction, especially from non-boss monsters. It's like Packhounds of Galfang. It's 5. Okay, that's done. Okay, and the other pack of mobs that we have to kill are here. Okay, that converts Aether to Vit, so that's an instant no. Looking at some of the different armors here. So it's multiplicative. So you have 0 Fizzres and you go to say -20, you take 20% more damage. It's 13. Let's see if we... No, there's none up here. We might actually have to go get the shrine. We'll double back for that. Unless... Oh, here we go. Got it. Yeah, it's the same idea for all damage types in terms of how the resistance affects what you're taking. It's sort of a multiplicative increase or reduction depending on whether your resistances are positive or negative. Like Viley said, armor for physical damage comes into play after Phys Res. For other damage types, you have flat absorption, something like Inquisitor Seal, of course, but that's less common than having armor. Yeah, and like monsters tend to have more vitality resistance, so Vid RR tends to have to be higher to compensate. Which is one of the things that makes Shaman really strong for Vit builds, just how much better that RR is than almost anything else. Yeah, and like there's some, if you go high in SR, you get into some issues with Aether Res with something like Reaper of the Lost, but in general, something like an Aether Spellbreaker, which doesn't have a ton of native Aether RR to it, can still be competitive for that reason, because you tend to have less Aether Res on mobs, so you need the RR less. Oh, we got the 2% Phys Res from Jackal, so we finally have Phys Res. We have to kill this enemy for a quest for Drieg anyway, so let's do it now.
The threat is Korvac's wounds, indeed. What have we done, Great Guardian, to displease you so and fail our out?
We don't really have to fight this boss, but he's there.
The preparation.
Yeah, free rep, exactly.
The camp, the free of the primordial.
All right, so there's a shrine in this area. There's another shrine shortly before Corvin City. Ooh, this is the totem that can sometimes give us plus Nightblade belts. We'll click the totem, but first the shrine. Okay, we're going to drop a portal here because there is a shrine that we can come back to. That Revenant node just fixed our Vitres. Alright, we got soft cap mavens now, and we'll 1 point Circle of Slaughter for fumble. And then we can continue to push the Mastery Bar. Wow, got him without his, before he even got his belly burst off.
After all these centuries,
Just in case we get lucky and get a gargoyle belt. Incorruptible of attack would be nice for a negating of the Aether. Interesting. Yeah. So it's a nice Oathkeeper low level belt. We'll keep that for future Oathkeeper leveling. So negating is lightning res, which is worthless basically. But this also gives Aether res and Aether damage, so it's probably going to be an upgrade. It also requires level 55, so we can't even touch it for a bit. Okay, Korvac. Okay, he does get his meters off.
see is mine, an extension of my will.
Okay, Korvac is done. Alright, so we're done with Forgotten Gods. We're level 49. So basically, all of our resistances are going to be fine. So this is 232 armor. The we don't stun res is nice. We don't need the pierce res. OADA is nice, but we don't need it. These give us a lot more armor and health once we hit level 50, so I think we want to be level 50. Oh, and we can actually afford a Chains of Oleron now, so yeah, I'll put that on here for some more OA. Trying to think if there's any more easy shrines to do.
Got something you need stashed? I'll keep an eye out. Got something you need stashed?
All right, let me. We're going to do. We're going to go to Elite for about an hour. Maybe a tiny bit less than that. We'll see. I think if we can get to level 55 and equip the Theoden weapon, that'll be good. But I'll send this sort of like the end of normal Grim Tools. I have not tried Baldur's Gate 3. I've wanted to and just have never gotten around to it. So it's pure laziness on my part. Alright, so yeah, all of our resistances should be fine. Let's go to Elite. Actually, one quick thing before we go to Elite, I want to see if we get a decent level 55 Blaze Herald. If we can't, we'll probably just try again when we get to Homestead. But if we have something that we can kind of pre-equip, that'll be nice. Could have done a gamble on this as well, but... And that's a troll item. Alright. Anyway, let's go to Elite. Mystic of the Void for an Aether weapon.
You're not looking to the bodies of the you.
We also could have upgraded our armor before going to Elite, but I figure we'll get the Cronley anyway, so... Our resistances were basically okay, so I didn't worry about it too much. Okay, got Faldus. Of Serenity. I mean, I'm not going to pick it up. I am actually curious what Of Serenity is. Okay, we've got plenty of Aether shards for these. Do we do two-piece Praetorian? We lose the elemental to Aether. We lose some chaos res. Although I feel like we don't actually do two-piece Praetorian, but if nothing drops from Cronley's gang, then we might switch and do that. So one thing we will get to do, provided we have the Slith necklaces, which we will eventually, is we'll upgrade our Slith Primal Ring. Should take us from 12% for each of the resistances to 18, which is a nice little boost. It remains a respectable leveling ring. Is Julius Milton somewhere? There he is. Okay, got the rift. We'll kill the mob. We might actually leave Dureni alive because he's a guaranteed drop for the Ascended Pauldrons. And I think we're probably going to end up just using those for leveling. Okay, we have all the Slith necklaces now. We'll go through Flooded Passage to not spend the scrap, plus there's a shrine there. But, yeah, first things first, we find Luther. Here he is. Perfect. Yeah, that'll get us level 50. Shambler. This dodges Sunder is the main thing.
Oh, hello, traveler. Oh, hello, traveler.
Okay, so let's see, we have I'm going to take a look, remind myself exactly what we did for Aether Breaker devos. So we'll start working on eel.
Move along now.
Totem, why not?
Well, I'll be.
Okay, rescue Ulgrim.
The dead it. I need some time to. Welcome.
child. I spent turmoil within you.
Okay, we can refund this crossroads. I think we can refund the yellow. We might get this back in the end, but for the time being, let's just try to get our tier 3s. We're just going to drive to 15 Nightblade. We'll get Blade Spirits and Execution, and then we can start filling in other buffs and such.
Electric whip. Good. You're one of my. You. That's good. There, Warden.
Alright, we have to go around the long way. Actually, we will take the Unholy Inscription on the Runic Bracers and We'll swap these out. Use the empowered version of the pants we are wearing now. I think they are, which is very convenient. Yep. Alright, put an ancient armor plate. Could even probably go for scaled hide at this point, but... Streamer client, yeah, exactly. So the other thing with our Pierce Threads is good enough. We might be able to get away with dropping the Silk Swatch for a scaled hide in the shoulder armor. I mean, I did try to upgrade my, get a level 55 Blaze Herald, and it gave me Mystic of the Void, so... Hasn't been all perfect today.
So you must die before we do.
Okay, we'll do the, I doubt it's worth that much XP, but we'll just run to the Depraved Sanctuary.
I cannot.
Alright, so we'll do the initial Eldritch trials, and we'll side with probably Salile.
So, you, the three, go to.
The emissary warned me.
I could hear the.
No, I have Discord in the sense that I'm on other people's Discords, but I don't have one of my own.
It remains Salile does. But the.
I'll give you a good price on what I've got left.
Well,
Yeah, hopefully we get some decent upgrades from Cronley's gang. Portal here. Alright, next level we will have Blade Spirits and Execution.
You worked areas crump. We have to hit them hard and fast.
Hardest part is getting Locksmere swords, I'm guessing, Viley. Ah. Yeah, that naming character is pretty challenging. That's fair. Alright, we need a Vengeful Wraith. Can I even afford that? What does that cost? Ectoplasm, Chilled Steel. We should be fine. Yeah, we're fine. Alright. Mythical Nightshade, I don't think it's great, but I haven't looked at it in a while. I suspect Rainin has tried to make something with that at some point. They may also have attempted to buff it. let's see what upgrades we get from Cronley gear. If anything. Aether. Oh, that's incendiary. If that had been ascended cask, that would be really interesting. But it's Murderer's Cowl, which isn't that useful for me. Let's get the shrine and kill Durrani. We'll take a quick look at the Grim Tools once we do that. Tricksters of Attack is +2 Anatomy of Murder, which is kind of worthless. Okay, this gives me Aether res, Aether damage, more armor. We lose some Purest Poison. We lose some slow res. I'll keep it as a possibility for now. Anyway, let's bunch of flat Aether damage. And we're getting very close to being able to actually use our Theoden weapon. Aether Fire of the Eagle. Let's see. It's way more armor, damage. Flat physique might even be better than the percent. Yeah, this is just an upgrade. Yeah, we lose bleed res if we do that. We can put this on a little bit. I feel like Aether Fire of the Eagle is probably about as good as we're going to get without a crazy amount of farming. We might try to get an upgrade for the Murderer's Breastplate, though. If we manage to get an Ascended Cask, that would be another very nice thing to have. is level 52. Okay, so yeah, with that can go on right away. Nullify a bubble. Mighty of Decay is pretty worthless. Okay, that's 54. That's Execution and Blade Spirits. I'm not going to put anything on Blade Spirits just yet. Alright, let's turn in quests. If we get level 55, that would be nice. We may not quite get there yet, though. Then I'll look at Viley's Grim Tools, and then after that we'll make sure we hit level 55 and do a little bit of gear farming. Yeah, we're not going to be quite 55.
Well, the work down now that we're... Come, friend, right to business.
Okay, so Nightshade's Reach, yeah, this is all... Right, this has TDM to Shadow Strike. A little bit. Kind of crazy amount of poison damage. Pierce and Cold Acid to Shadow Strike. Alright, Cold Acid ABB. So you're playing this basically ABB and Righteous Fervor. Yeah, probably run Balagor if you're going to do Ring of Steel. I'd agree with that. Alright, I mean, stats look okay. You're missing a couple of augments. I mean, attack speed could be slightly better. I mean, it seems fine, but also why? Like, it doesn't seem like it's going to be anything special or super interesting. Unless you just want to play another Dervish. Which is, if you do, fair enough. I mean, you can make use of it. I think there's so many other things that are better and more interesting to play. Alright, corpse dust. Oh, we're honored with Devil's Crossing, so... Alright, I'm gonna blow this up. I'm gonna put this on. I'm going to craft a scaled hide, and we can actually get some bleed res from Devil's Crossing. Alright, so that fixes our bleed res now. Our armor absorption's a lot better. I mean, 90's still not perfect, but you know, I think we do double scaled hide. We're an elite. We'll be going to ultimate, so. Keep item. Where the heck did the oh, there we go. Alright, yeah. So less armor, lower armor rating, but 98% armor absorption. We'll be fixing armor in a few of these cases. Okay. So pierce poison. We're gonna lose some, but I think we can basically afford it. But let's actually wait to see if we get any better drops for the Cronley's gang stuff. Alright, let's reset. We'll run Cronley's gang again. And we'll try to see if we do one more run for a Blaze Herald. We need 70,000 XP to get to level 55 and put on the Theo weapon. right, and we'll just kill Durrani again. Maybe he'll drop a slightly better one. I mean, Aether Fire of the Eagle is pretty nice for us, but if we get something with a bunch of great resistances, that might be hard to pass up. Ideally, if we get an Ascended Helm, and we get a Murderer's chest. So, Durrani, Impervious of the Flesh Hulk. Alright, so it's not good Impervious. It does have Stun Res. It has the same Aether damage. We lose the Aether Res. Probably can afford to lose the Aether Res, so this is an upgrade, I guess. But it's a small upgrade. I'm not going to worry about it. We'll kill Cronley and see if he drops us a nice ring. Otherwise, we have some random stuff that could be okay. Bloodletters of Alacrity. Let's take a look at this. More Pierce Res, Chaos Bleed. We lose a little bit of Aether Chaos. So it's basically Bleed Res for... and it has more attack speed, and it has percent health, and it has OA. Yeah, you're better. Find a corpse dust. Chaos Res is 37 over, so this is 7% health. This is really a little bit of Poison Res is really all this is giving us. Okay, Illusionist Mark is level 58 though, so we can't even put that on yet. I think more likely we just find a gear upgrade as we go along. And yeah, one more quick run for Murderer's Chest, and then one more quick Blaze Herald run. I think we'll call it at that. As long as we hit level 55, I want to put on the Theo weapon, because that's kind of the next stage of the build. So I guess if we have a totem here, we'll do the totem just to get the XP at this point, because... Oh, we got another Aether Fire of the Eagle. Literally the exact same thing we're wearing. Alright, we are almost to 55. Okay, 50, that's 55. Alright, kind of last chance to see if we get anything here. Okay, so sheet DPS for weapon attack is like 9,000. And alright, that is going to be a fairly substantial damage upgrade, which is what we're looking for. Okay, Arcanist, we are good on Reckless Power. This is soft capped. At some point, we'll probably start pumping Inner Focus. Right now, I think our OA is good enough. I'm not going to do that. I am going to put a couple of points in conversion for a bit more CC res. I think that's probably fair. As of now, we don't have an upgrade for the chest piece. We'll probably keep trying to farm that, but I'll keep the Praetorian stuff. I don't think we're going to use it, but in the off chance that we do, it's good to have around. All right, let me get you guys at level 55 Grim Tools, and we'll wrap up. Appreciate you guys hanging out. I will be back on Thursday evening about the same time as today, around 4 o'clock Eastern Time US. We'll be hopefully finishing Elite, maybe, and doing the XP pot farm. I feel like we've made pretty decent progress today. Got a usable Theoden drop. So let's see, 55 Grim Tools. And let's go find somebody to raid. It's like Johnny's in the middle of an ad break, so I'm just going to talk for another minute or so we don't raid into an ad break. But anyway, yeah, so 55 today, got a usable Theo weapon. We'll probably try to do another Blaze Herald at some point once we get a little bit higher level, but I think for now our damage seems like it's okay, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. Upgrading our metal is going to be a priority. Hopefully we'll get a better Arcanist metal. We're using the Ungoliax metal, which is a Vit metal, but it gives +1 to skills, which is kind of nice. And we'll be upgrading our Nightblade belt, hopefully at some point in the near future. So those are kind of the big upgrades, and then obviously we'll be level 70, so we'll have a level 70 Theo weapon and a level 70 Blaze Herald by the end of tomorrow's, or sorry, not tomorrow's stream, Thursday's stream. Yeah, otherwise, hopefully, yeah, level 70 on Thursday, and probably hit 94 on Saturday, assuming we get the XP pots and everything. And then I think my goal is going to be to finish this up on Tuesday, and on Thursday I'll do finish up some builds I've been meaning to get around to playing. And I think Saturday is going to be the start of the PoE 2 season, so I'll probably check that out for a bit. All right, looks like Johnny is now off his ad break, so let's go say hi to him. And I will see you guys in the next one.